is your relationship with God? That's the important question I have for you guys today. As for me, guys, me and God are like this, intertwined, that every moment of my life, I'm with Him, I'm with Him, I'm with Him. And this is where I want all of us. Like last night, I'm there brushing my teeth and I'm talking to Him, saying, God, I didn't really get any God winks from you today, you know? So there's a screensaver on my phone that says, and surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. And that's from Matthew 28:20. So right after that, brushing my teeth and going to bed and reading this on my phone, I just say, God, I know you're always with me. So I go, and of all the videos on YouTube, of all my podcasts that I listen to this message from Charles Stanley. And can you believe, like at the beginning of it, it just like very quietly quoted this exact verse. And I'm like, that's my God wink, you know, where everything lines up a little bit too perfect. So God just found this YouTube video to just reveal to me a tiny little glimmer of His invisible presence that's always, always, always with me. And so this morning, I was having a really great conversation with my sister, Kelly. She's like my mentor, guys. She gives me a lot of great advice, and she just helps me to be better in every aspect of my life. So she was giving me some advice in regards to my son Emmy's eczema, and she said that maybe I need to give up the McDonald's for him. And I said, Kelly, is that something that's humanly possible? You know, that my son is gonna give up McDonald's? And so I just had that little conversation with her. And so I go out for my run with God, but before I left, I said, God, whatever time it is that I hit the end of my tree, the last of those 47 trees He lined up for me for my 47th birthday, I said, whatever time it is, I'm gonna go to that page of my website. Can you believe my exact words to my sister showed up there on that page, page 5? He said, is that even possible, humanly speaking? And that was just His fun way to reveal His presence with me. That Nikki, never for a moment, every thought you think, for me in the bathroom brushing my teeth and saying, God, I didn't hear from you today. For me having a conversation with my sister Kelly first thing this morning, to me saying I'm gonna not move from that tree until I feel God's presence with me, that whatever time it is, I'm gonna read that page of my family's website, werollwithgod.com. And it's just God, guys, finding His way to let me know there's never a moment in my life, not even for a nanosecond, that His presence is not with me. But in regards to what I read in the appointment with God, it talked about, it said, can you imagine getting to a place where you do not feel anger, insulted, offended, or annoyed by anyone for what you believe is unfair treatment by them, and having such feelings only against yourself? I say, wow, what a beautiful life that would be. But is that even possible, humanly speaking? Is it possible for us to go through life not being annoyed and offended? Well, that's where God wants to get us. And He wants to get us to the point where we're here, we're stop judging other people, and we're here to love them. That everybody is on their own path. That we just have to be professional ignorers, not going through life always offended, always insulted, and frustrated when others disappoint us. We gotta just keep shaking off the disappointment and keep walking humbly with God, extending grace, pardoning without punishment, forgiving endlessly, becoming better instead of bitter, and loving extravagantly. And that's not easy, guys, but that's where God is calling all of us. That we can look at our lives as, you know, always walking through our lives, always offended and frustrated and disappointed, or we can go through life always enjoying God. So that's why I want us on the other end, enjoying God. And you know, when the frustrations and the disappointments come, we gotta just keep shaking it off and keep living our lives happily, merrily, gaily, cheerily with God. He's our partner, He's our friend, He's our counselor, He's our provider, He's our protection. You know, that we can just walk through life like this with God. So my prayer is that all of you will work on your relationship with Him. Just say, God, I want a closer and a closer and closer walk with you. Your girl here is using all the disappointments to just bring her closer to God. Say, God, I need you in my life more than ever. And I just have to stay focused on God, staying on the high road with Him, being the mother He's calling me to be, the wife, the person in every moment. And this is where I want all of us, just sucking up to God in every moment of our lives, saying, God, what can I do to please you? God, what can I do to honor you? And just being these bad people, bad in a good way people that He would have us to be. Peace.